And we have readies from both players. And three, two, one, kills.
I would say that Ook has the advantage on most filled in beard. Floyd's still working on that a little bit, so we'll see how that affects their gameplay. The opening
I did.
boards looking pretty similar in terms of how excellent they are, I would say. Um, Floyd looking at sort of an uneven top line to begin with, which is a little unfortunate. So that's going to mean that he takes some fall time in a couple different places here, as we're seeing that happen.
Yeah, and Ook has to tuck yellow all the way down to the bottom. He might start using that as strategic garbage soon, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like he's still holding out to use that yellow on yellow viruses. So that's giving Floyd a bit of an edge right now.
Definitely, and he is definitely putting that advantage to good use. Just flying through the top of his board, opening up so much stuff at the bottom of his board, and now has options for most of his viruses. There's going to be a little bit of blue in the bottom left that sort of happens last, I would say, just because of the way that things are going to have to line up to get rid of those things. Um,
Now you just saw who could make a misdrop, and you saw him cursing there. Um, But, he's already managed to clean it out with some nice horizontal work. He's been very deliberate this level so far. Look at that beautiful,
Whoa.
fat log from Ook, but this
Nice.
right-hand side is gonna be tough for him. But as long as Floyd keeps getting this type of setup, Ook has definitely got a chance to catch up here.
That was a really unfortunate little tower that Floyd had to make, but he is going to be out at around 140, so it's a little bit ahead of Ook. Not a ton,
Mhm.
I would say. This
Right, Ook
is
out at a
still a very close
144.
game.
Yeah. And as we start off, limited red options for Floyd to use right now. Meanwhile, it looks like Ook is setting up for a horizontal with those top reds and has plenty of space to do it since there's red on the left. Nice horizontal there with those blues. So he is just chugging along.
Definitely. And I like the way that Floyd's board is shaping up here. The colors are sort of separated from each other in an interesting way. And I'm not really sure what to make of that in terms of like strategic consequences. But he is
Hmm.
just going to be doing the Floyd thing, which is play from the top down until the game is over, and he just doesn't really quickly.
Right. Yeah, you don't necessarily see Floyd as a player who is tucking things towards the bottom necessarily, and you've seen Ook employing that strategy. But both of these players are doing really well. They are close together. I think Ook's going to have a little bit of trouble with those reds up top. He's not going to be able to avoid drop time without building up a platform. And Floyd has a pretty open end game, although I think he would have liked to be able to take those reds out horizontally and doesn't have the chance.
Definitely, yeah. You saw a little head shake there as he realized that was going to have to happen. It was definitely the right call, I would say, just because if he hadn't done that, he would have wasted too many red pills and it wouldn't have been worth it. But he is now into level 8 with Ook just finishing off the last little bit of level 7, making a nice platform to prevent fall time as he clears his last blue virus on the left. And he will be out at a 333, looking
Hmm.
to be about 4 viruses behind. So this is still an incredibly close game.
Yeah, definitely. And Floyd having to work on all this red at the top does give Ook some opportunity to crack open his board, like a nice opportunity for that. Floyd needs a bunch of blue at the top, gets it. That's really nice. And might be. I thought he might be working on those reds horizontally, but he changed his mind.
Yeah, he definitely has a board that's a little bit towered in the middle, and it's nice to have the sides of your board cleared away, just because they are by far the hardest to get exactly the pill you need. Um,
Ook had a
so he's
beautiful
glad to
combo
have that
down.
strategic situation, but it is a little unfortunate to be having to make such a long chain of clears from top to bottom in this situation.
Ook had a beautiful combo a ways back in the center of his board, building a beautiful long blue horizontal in the center. Now, this bit of the board is a little bit tricky for Ook, but I think yeah, taking that red down horizontally, he will have plenty of time to take out that yellow in the bottom to clear the blues in row one. And so, although it looks like he's going vertically on one of those, but yeah, this is a really, really close game right now.
Yeah, Floyd just looking for a little bit of red to finish off his level 8 here. He gets it after only a few pills. Good luck there. And
Yeah.
is on into level 9. The beginning of his level 9 much much flatter than the other beginnings of levels that we saw for him. So he
Hmm.
must be happy about that.
Definitely. Ook's got to deal with a lot of yellow on this top line, which just it's not looking good. But in the last level, you saw Ook's end game a lot cleaner than some of the past we've seen. So he's bringing his A game right now. I think that the end game was some of the last territory for him to conquer, and he's looking good.
Yeah, absolutely. And maintaining that 4 virus differential. So he is definitely hanging in there. That Floyd is not getting any advantage out of this. Um,
Hmm.
and he is having to struggle a little bit with the yellow on the top of his board even now, just slowly getting those taken care of from one direction to the other, while Floyd is dealing with the fact that the middle of his board has no viruses in it.
Yeah, that's going to cause some drop time. Or just wasted space. Although I think he's going to be going to fill that in for the horizontal with those yellows. Very nice. Um, and Ook's he's got kind of a flat top line, but a lot of red on it, so he's going to take it down, not horizontally, but with the different colors. Ooh, nice adjustment there at the last second for Ook.
Floyd is going to be dealing with a ton of red at the in the end game here. You can see that by far that's the thing most troubling for him. He has some opportunities to do interesting things with the red in the bottom left. Not sure whether he's going to choose to, but he could imagine going horizontally and using all of the red that's currently there. Looks like he is going to make that plan. And just waiting for one more red pill half. He's out of 9 at a 7-15.
And Ook very, very close to that.
Just
I
4
think that,
viruses behind still. Maintained that same advantage for the whole fight. Crazy.
yeah, really good game from both players, and he is out at a 731.
Well, it looks like the slightly less filled in beard is a bit more aerodynamic or
All right, all right. So I guess those of us with no beards, we're really crushing it. I mean, me and
I
Sarah.
mean, you definitely were crushing it. The 605 is nothing to sneeze at.
Yes, and my video is now up. I have sent it to the stream for verification. Feels great. All right, we have readies from both players and our countdown 3, 2, 1, pills.
All right.
Both of these players note that they're playing on medium speed. And so the speeds tournament, you may think that high speed is the way to go, but successful players play on both speeds.
Sure. Yeah. It's definitely something that one of the things that's fairly common in sports practice is finding ways to practice that are slightly different. Cross training is how they usually call it, I guess. And this is just one more opportunity to practice things in a slightly different way, is playing with both speeds. So definitely see that happen. Meanwhile, looks like both of them are dealing with some monochromatic issues with
Hmm.
Ook having yellow all over his board and Floyd having red everywhere.
Although that was a really, really nice tuck and spin from Ook there. Now he just needs a lot of yellow. He's been playing this level very well, but is just not getting what he wants, and you can see he's looking a little unhappy there. But really, there's nothing for him to do but wait and see if he can build with those yellows as efficiently as possible. Nice combo there in the bottom.
Very nice combo from Floyd to prevent fall time from happening, and he's out at a 125. Looks like he'll be a little bit ahead of Ook going into level 7. Going to aim for a vertical clear of the yellows at the top of his board. It's a strategic choice that has to do with the fact that it's a little bit tough to make the platforms you need to get the horizontal clear that would be more efficient. And so, better to get the clear while you can. Get it while the getting's good, you know?
And, now we see a misdrop from Ook. I think he probably wanted that columns 1 and 2, that blue yellow, to be going the other way for the drop. And especially because blue and yellow are the most prominent colors on this board at the moment, he's going to want to use those as efficiently as he possibly can. But he's got that all cleaned out in column 1 now. But it's given Floyd a big opportunity to clear out some stuff. And his board is looking very nice for an end game with both vertical and horizontal opportunities. Dimwit.
Yeah, wow, it's so clean. So clean. And can get uh, can get these blues in the horizontal efficient way, so he's going to be out very quickly. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Ook finding ways to use this blue that the game is giving him. He's got plenty of blue viruses, so he was paying attention for those opportunities, and he found them. He's going to get a nice little combo here to finish off the bottom of his board, although that does make it a little bit harder to clear the red on the right. He's going to open that up and just needs a little bit of red and a little bit of blue.
Mhm.
You can see him
And
grimacing there because he got a red blue pill and had to use the red half uh, instead of the
right.
blue half, as I think he might have wanted. But out at about a 315 and into level 8, behind now by about 10 viruses. So this is looking like a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if Floyd though, if you notice this board is super yellow heavy both in its garbage and in its viruses, and I think he had to build that way at the beginning because things weren't particularly diverse. And so anything that's red right now is wasted, and you can see on his face he's got the subtle head shake. He knows.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Everything is hidden as well, so it's a little bit tough to assuage that by making tucks and the like. He does find one to get him down towards the bottom of his board and open things up a little bit. Meanwhile, that's given Ook an opportunity to come back just 3 viruses behind at this point. And he is going to have a little bit of an issue with this red though, Savage. Look how much there is to deal
Uh,
with.
I mean, every this has been a story for Ook every single level. He had a yellow glut, as it were, and a blue one, and now it's a red one. But luckily, things are cooperating at the moment. I hope I did not just jinx him. But this yellow red is going to be great for him. I'd love to see a double red for Ook. And
Yep.
notice he is building on top in that column 4 because as soon as that red goes, very nicely done, he can get the blue as well. And he has the reds in row 1 set up for a horizontal. So this is great play from Ook.
And it's actually put him ahead by 3 or 4 viruses. So, man, I thought that was a problem for him, but it actually turned out to be work really well. He's going to be out of level 8 at a 501 with Floyd now behind by a few seconds, coming out at a 506.
Yes, and he had to, take a sip of Dr. Mario juice as he as he transitions levels. You get that nice little pause screen, um, and some good horizontal opportunities in the center of the board for Floyd. Chooses to go with that red blue straight up, which is totally makes more sense than what I was thinking. But if if you notice, Ook's board very red blue heavy at the top, and he is going to have to do that tucking underneath. To make sure that he can use that yellow. And look at this nice, ooh, double combo. Very good from Ook.
Now, do you think that he's going to try to clear the blue garbage on the top of his board horizontally? Looks like he gets the double blue, and so he'll probably use that to clear the garbage
Yeah.
away. Yeah, he was holding out for that for quite a while, and
Mhm.
every once in a while you have to take stock and decide: am I going to continue waiting? Like, do I have enough options that I can do other stuff while I wait?
Mhm.
And looks like
Yeah.
he got the good luck for it. So great.
Meanwhile, Floyd's board very, very straightforward, and you also see in columns 2 and 3 there that he has just thrown away some stuff, and because Floyd is just such a fast player, he will throw things away rather than have to tuck them down or slide them elaborately. So you'll see that there. I think he's working up to those blues horizontally, and that's a pretty good move for him.
Definitely. Yeah, I like this plan that he's made. He's going to get both of those viruses horizontally. Very nice way to do things. And meanwhile, Ook a little bit behind because he's stuck dealing with blue blocking all of the viruses that aren't blue. So having to waste any pills that don't have blue in it.
Yeah,
So
and so
Floyd,
Floyd's won this one. He was out at a 7:04, and you know, I can't really believe how good Ook's run was in spite of the fact that the doctor tortured him at the end of every single level. So
that was
GG's,
amazing.
yeah, GG's to Ook from silver bracket to gold this time, and looking forward to seeing these two battle again someday in the future.